Sponsored by Ukrainian Credit Union. Believe it or not, it's Ron Kahut with Stay Ukrainian, my friends.
We're Cossack children of history.
Hi there, Ron Kahut coming from our lovely studios in downtown Toronto in Bloor West Village, KONTAKT Studios. Here to talk to you a little bit about the Bloor West Festival coming up, September 13, 14, and 15, right here on Bloor Street between Jane and, actually now, we're going even further to Gwendolyn, which is past Kennedy Road. Yet the festival seems to be getting bigger and bigger every year. And basically, I'm going to just tell you who you can expect to see performing this year. And there are so many acts. They've the committee has managed to bring in so many acts from across Canada and from, of course, from Ukraine. Okay, now, of all the chief cooks and bottle washers on Bloor Street, this is the number one. Oля Grod pretty much runs this festival.
Well, with a wonderful, wonderful committee of 23 people.
And you're smiling.
Oh, you got to keep smiling.
And everything has been running smoothly?
I think it's going very well.
Are you running around like a chicken with your head cut off?
No,
It's still on.
You're still, look at this, you're still incredibly wired. Nobody
I'm wired. No, we have a wonderful team of volunteers. We have a great organizing committee with people like, Zuriana, my daughter, and others. Все добрый день.
How are you doing? Getting along with Mama for that?
Of course, we're doing well.
Nobody's
we're
at
having
one
a great
another's
time.
throat or...
No.
Besides, you know what? If at this stage of the game you are, then there's something wrong.
I
Get
know.
one another's throats before and get it all out of the way. Here, this
Yeah.
is just fun and making sure
This is
everything,
fun.
Just
We're having
everything
a
runs.
nice time. We're having
Yeah.
a great time. I hope
Yeah.
the public's enjoying as
Well,
well.
you guys have fun. Thanks for stopping and chatting.
Papa.
This is what you can expect to see this year at the Bloor Festival. As far as dance groups are concerned, Cheremosh Ukrainian Dance Ensemble is coming to visit us all the way from Edmonton. I'm sure you've heard of Cheremosh. They've had a couple of television shows on, and they're a very large, very well-known group all across across Canada, United States, and the world. Desna Ukrainian Dance Company from Toronto will be joining us again this year. The Kalina Dance Ensemble from Hamilton, Sizokryli Dance Group from New York, all the way from New York City, Vesnyanka from Toronto, Ukraina from Toronto, and Barvinok Ukrainian Dance School from Mississauga as well. We have the Colors Duo from Oshawa, Dobryansky Brothers from New York, Lira Trio from Oshawa. They're magnificent. We've done a story on them already, and they're just wonderful to listen to. Tadashchuk Sisters from Winnipeg, and actually I believe one's from Winnipeg, one's from Montreal, but they get together every once in a while. Chervony Maka Trio, we've had the pleasure of hearing them perform and watching them perform at last year's festival. They're magnificent. They'll be here with us this year again. And the Boyan Choir. Bands. We've got bands coming from everywhere this year. And remember, not only will the bands be on the main stage, Jane Street, but also at the other end of the festival at Runnymede. There's the Runnymede stage. So we're standing on Bloor Street. We're backstage. And I'm going to get a chance to interview my boss, Jurij Klufas. Hi, Jurij.
Hi, Ron.
That's his low voice that's for the interview. Pleased so far with the festival?
Oh, yeah, it's great. We've got a great team. Everybody's doing a great job. I don't have to worry about anything, and everything just flowing. Everybody seems to be having a good time. Police are smiling. Everything's
Well, that's good. As long as the cops are smiling. The Dovita Jazz Band, Nadia Kobalak in Skopa. She's got a new CD out that she's premiering. The Zirka Band from Toronto. We all know who that is. Vasily Popadyuk and the Papadyuk Band. Now they're going to be just on the main stage. Crazy Voda, Dunai, Vanguard Concert Marching Band. They'll be on the main stage as well. They may even be marching around because they're a marching band. They do those kind of things. Millennia, all the way from Edmonton. Seem to be getting a lot of people coming from Edmonton this year. And Zubriuka Folk Band from Toronto. They have a new CD coming out as well. And they would love you to come out to the festival to see them play and maybe pick up a copy of their CDs. All the acts will probably have CDs available for sale. Brian Cherwick from St. John's, Newfoundland. Brian Cherwick not only comes from Newfoundland because that's where he lives now, he's from Edmonton, and he plays with all kinds of bands across the country. Boris Ostapyenko, a bandurist par excellence. I've had the pleasure of sharing a stage with him on a number of occasions, and he will dazzle you with his ability on the bandura. Stephanie Hutko, who's a violinist, and Zoloty Strune Bandura Ensemble will be performing. On Saturday at 12 o'clock noon, there's a youth program. Now, that youth program is going to consist of the following. The Barvinok Ukrainian dancers from Hamilton, not the ones from Mississauga. Dunai dancers from St. Catharines. Katerina Shelahova, Melodia Ukrainian Vocal Youth Group. Mikola and Mikhailo Panchenko, Natasha Dobryansky and Yerema Husal, the Rosa Quartet from Montreal, Ukrainian Academy of Dance from Toronto, Valentina Butenko and Adriana Tuz, Yavir School of Ukrainian Dance, and Zayevir Choir. And then, of course, let us not forget our big-time guest star highlight act all the way from Kyiv in Ukraine. It's the Kozak System and Taras Chubai. They're sponsored by Celebrate Ontario, and the Ukrainian Credit Union Limited is sponsoring them to bring them over. And that's our big act. And also remember that after the Friday and Saturday shows, there will be an after-party Zabava somewhere in the city.
Всім привіт! Ми, гурт «Козак Систем», виїхали сьогодні зі Львова і їдемо до вас. 14 вересня зустрічайте нас на Торонто Ukrainian Festival.
Well, we are staying Ukrainian here, aren't we?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Well, Yuri, stay Ukrainian, my friends. He stays Ukrainian. Andriy, we all stay Ukrainian here. That's why these groups from Ukraine love to come here, because they're totally shocked at us, aren't they?
Absolutely.
And they should be shocked by us, because ми підтримували вже 120 років, and they're coming here to see what Ukrainians evolve into. Sometimes it's good, sometimes maybe it's not so
Right,
good.
that's right. But we try.
Evolution's like that, though. Ask Darwin. Thanks, Yuri. Have a good festival.
Ясними ранками сірими їхав козак, із міста до вирію їхав полями, горами, селами, мився зі злими, пив із веселими, йому дівчата сміхалися, сонячно небо зірками, світилося поночі, погляд його був чистим і грізним, кінь його був міцним і залізним. Шабля – це зброя, шабля – це правда, шабля – козацька – це сила і влада, серце, кохані, душа, та коли треба, скажемо шабля.
This is the lady that keeps this entire show going. And she doesn't want to talk to anybody because вона має дуже shy. Так?
Я є дуже shy, так, я є дуже shy.
How long have you been managing this stage?
I think this might be my 5th year. I'm not sure. I have to check my records.
Sanity is maintained?
Sanity has maintained.
Well, you do a great job. It's a heck of a job because there's like 1 million Ukrainian dancers and all the bands and the stage setup and everything. And we're on time today for the last show. We're on time. It's on schedule, and that's due totally to you.
No. It's due to the performers. Working with the performers really is not as difficult as people think. They're used to backstage life. They know that there's going to be changes happening in programs, and it's a pleasure working with them, actually.
Well, you do a great job. I mean, I know that for weeks leading up to this, the emails are coming back and forth, and you handle everything,
Yep.
look after it all, and it's a great job, and you should be congratulated. And I think people like you should get a little more, just a little bit more credit than you're given, because you keep it going.
We do this for the love of our community.
You don't do it for like thousands of dollars?
Oh, no, nothing like that.
No way.
Nothing like
No,
that.
neither
It's
do we.
love of the
Nobody does.
community. We
That's
have
why-
to keep these things up, don't we?
Yes, we do. We have to stay
Together.
Ukrainian,
Stay
my friends.
connected.
And it's nice when we all get along, isn't it?
Wonderful.
God bless.
God bless.
So this festival is music and culture and food. There's the film festival. There's all kinds of things to see. It's bigger and better than ever. And last year we had in excess of 500,000 people walk through the festival. We're expecting bigger crowds this year. So please join us September 13, 14, 15 in Bloor West Village. You can't miss it. You won't be able to park anywhere, but you can't miss the festival. So remember, come and see us. I'll be backstage doing some interviews. People will be wandering around all over the place. Maybe you can get on television. In the meantime, stay Ukrainian, my friends.
Українська кредитова спілка Limited пропонує вам можливість виграти одного з 10 компакт-дисків «Шабля». Відвідайте нашу фейсбук-сторінку, щоб дізнатися як.
Ми діти роду козацького,
Sponsored by Ukrainian Credit Union. Believe it or not, it's Ron Kahut with Stay Ukrainian, my friends.
We're Cossack children of